के करने की हैं और उसके अगर आप नहीं करेंगे, सिर्फ अपने घर ही के बारे में सोचते रहेंगे, सिर्फ अपने मोहल्ले के बारे में सोचते रहेंगे, तो यकीन मानिए कि पानी इतना ऊपर हो जाएगा कि हम लोगों के लिए जिंदा रहना मुश्किल हो जाएगा। इस गवर्नमेंट ने हर चीज मुश्किल कर दी है, इनकी पॉलिसियों ने की है। आज जो चीज 10 साल पहले 2 रुपए की मिलती थी, आज 20 रुपए की मिल रही है। जो घर 2 लाख का मिलता था, आज 25 लाख का मिल रहा है। हर चीज ऐसे ही है। कोई काम रिश्वत के बगैर नहीं हो सकता है, कोई काम सही तरीके से नहीं हो सकता है। तो इन सब बातों के खिलाफ उठने की जरूरत है, ताकि एक साफ और सुथरा हिंदुस्तान, सही मानों में आजाद हिंदुस्तान बन सके। इसी के साथ मैं अपनी बात खत्म करता हूं। वस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू।
शुक्रिया जनाब डॉक्टर जफरुल इस्लाम खान साहब, एडिटर मिल्ली गजेट। अब हमारे सामने आज के इस अजीमुशान कौमी मिल्ली कन्वेंशन के कुछ रेजोल्यूशंस पेश किए जाएंगे।
Thank you, Dr. Zafrul Islam Khan Saab, editor of Milli Gazette. Next, as the program of this National Milli Convention is about to conclude, we would start with the reading of the resolutions. First of all, I would call Mr. Khalid, who is the General Secretary of Popular Front of India, Tamil Nadu State, to come and read his resolution.
Implement Ranganath Misra Commission recommendation. This National Milli Convention, convened as part of Social Justice Conference, calls attention of central government to implement as expeditiously as possible Justice Ranganath Misra Commission recommendations. The HR committee could submit a report with a treasure of comprehensive statistical data with inadequate representation in governmental and non-governmental organs, justifying the Muslim demand for positive discrimination. But when we analyze the HR report, the grievances of minorities and remedial action, the pivotal point of reservation, adequate representation in education and employment has been sidelined or ignored. The National Commission for Linguistic and Religious Minorities, led by Justice Ranganath Misra, submitted the report to the central government as early as on 21st May 2007. The report contains specific suggestions to effect adequate representation of minorities in employment and education. The recommendation of the Misra Commission shall be immediately implemented by the central government in view of the existing social and educational backwardness of the religious and linguistic minorities. Justice Misra Commission segregated 15% of jobs in government services and seats in educational institutions for minorities, out of which 10% exclusively for the Muslim community. The Commission reserves 8.4% out of existing OBC quota of 27% for minorities, of which 6% exclusively for Muslims OBCs. The Milli Convention urges the government to initiate concern endeavor to speed up the implementation of Ranganath Misra Commission report. Thank you.
That was Mr. Khalid from Tamil Nadu. He is the General Secretary. उन्होंने रंगनाथ मिश्रा कमीशन के रिकमेंडेशंस को फौरन इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए इस सोशल जस्टिस कॉन्फ्रेंस की एक मांग रखी है। सच्चार कमेटी रिपोर्ट में एक बहुत बड़ा जखीरा है, जिसमें तरह तरह का इंफॉर्मेशन है मुसलमानों की हालत पर। ये सिर्फ उसका एक डायग्नोसिस था और उसको ठीक करने के लिए, उसको सुधारने के लिए जो रंगनाथ मिश्रा कमीशन बना, I request Mr. Kamal Farooqi. His topic will be what ails Muslim unity platforms.
कमाल फारूकी साहब जो समाजवादी पार्टी के नेशनल सेक्रेटरी हैं वो हमारे सामने अपने तासुरात पेश करने जा रहे हैं.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बाद. Hazrat Maulana Mufti Muhammad Mukarram Sahab and the dignitaries on the dais and my dear friends, Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry I'm late in the meeting because I was in another meeting of All India Muslim Personal Law Board which is going on, and I may not be staying back here because I have to go back again and be part of the deliberations. The meeting convened by Popular Fund for raising the issues concerning the Muslims in the country, and what in fact ailing the community of not raising these issues properly at the right fora is the topic for discussion for me, in fact. The community has been passing through crisis right after the independence, but the initial period was more relating to the security and safety and the protection of the religious rights enshrined by our constitution. The initial period of our free India was taken for the concern of these issues. During this period, in fact, the Muslims have been the largest victim of the communal rights across the country. That was one part. Then there has been a systematic onslaught on the rights enshrined by the Constitution of India to the minorities, be it their religious right under Article 25 and 26, or the rights enshrined under Article 29 and 30. We have seen day in, day out that these rights are either not appreciated even at the highest fora, or there is a design to take away these rights. Now afterwards, we have seen legislation after legislation which is affecting the minorities of the country in general and the Muslims in particular in a big way. We have seen recently that there are some legislations which are directly affecting the Muslim Ummah. They have been handled by the present government such a casual manner, and let me put it straight, that the community has been cheated by the people in the authority. My reference is to the Waqf Act, which is totally sole concern of the Muslims of the country only. And we have seen with the advent of Britishers, in fact, they were the first one to take away our rights under the Waqf. Then we had 1954 Central Waqf Act. Then we had 3 legislation. And then ultimately there was a joint parliamentary committee which unanimously decided that the Waqf of the Muslims have to be protected by the government onslaught by the NGOs and the commercial houses, and even by the unscrupulous Muslims. After a lot of efforts, we had seen that there was a unanimity by the Joint Parliamentary Committee of bringing out a legislation